bit about the inception of Action Man and what it means for Action Man to reach 50?
Well, I came to Palitoy in 1967, the year after Action Man, and I stayed till 1984 when Action Man was finished. So I was there for most of the time of Action Man, and I come to a lot of these conferences, and where the collectors turn up and show all their stuff, and they buy and sell, and it's great that to see Action Man still alive.
What's the future for Action Man in Coalville? Obviously, there's a really rich heritage here. Very exciting to have this on your doorstep. How can we get a younger generation to connect with the history of Action Man?
Oh, that's a big question, isn't it? If you see an Action Man, say in your dad's loft, you may have played with it. So get it out of the loft and play with it yourself.
Fantastic, that sounds like a brilliant plan. Now, Action Man recently went to space, didn't he? On his 50th anniversary mission. Tell us a little bit about that and how that came about.
Because this year is the 50th anniversary of Action Man, because Action Man came out in 1966. A chap called Rob Wisdom and another chap called, his name's Hicksop, I've forgotten his name now. He's a balloon expert. High altitude balloon expert, and he approached Rob Wisdom and said, why don't we send Action Man into space for his 50th birthday? So they got together and they organised it all, and at the top of this factory where you are now there's a big field, and that's where Action Man was launched into space, and he went up 11.5 miles, and the capsule he was in actually broke up because it was so cold up there. It was minus 50 degrees centigrade, so the capsule, the plastic, couldn't stand that sort of temperature, so it broke up, and we lost Action Man, and we think he may be in a cornfield somewhere. So now the harvest is over, we might be able to find him.
Excellent. And did his GPS tracker still work?
Yeah, they followed the GPS to the actual site. Because it broke up, it spread across a bigger site, all the bits. But 3 weeks after that, a farmer was in the fields, and he found the camera that came off the boom. And the camera was returned to Rob, and he's made a little film about it, all about this launch into space.
Fantastic. That's great. So, do you think, in terms of creating museums in Coalville and people to connect with Action Man's heritage, do you think there's a way in which we can create a heritage and sort of live in museum for the people of Coalville to celebrate the history of Action Man?
Well, I'm sure we can. We're working on it at the moment. Because the Discovery Museum has been closed by the council, the Friends of Snibston that were trying to save it have got together, and they're now sort of morphing into another group. Still based on Snibston, but part of that is to try and keep the heritage of Palitoy alive. And Palitoy was a company, of course, that made Action Man. So we're looking to have next year would be the 80th anniversary of when Palitoy started making toys in Coalville. So next year we hope to have a good exhibition of Palitoy products in the town somewhere. We're not sure where it's going to be yet, and Action Man will obviously be included in all that.
Fantastic, that's brilliant, Bob. It's a real honour to meet you, and we'll have this up online very soon. That was brilliant, Bob. Fantastic. Is there anything else you think you'd like to say about Action Man or his 50-year history?
Well, there's a company called Artists and Scientists that work with Hasbro, because Hasbro got the licence for Action Man now, and they sublet the licence to this company called Artists and Scientists, and they've come out with the 50th anniversary Action Man, which you can see here, and so the story keeps going on and on and on. So we'll really be in another 50 years' time.